Welcome to hell.
Oh, alright.
Every day the headlines read misery. We took this planet for granted, made it one big landfill, and now it's taking out the trash.
Here we go, guys. Let's get into it.
Why did we waste so much time? Always desperate to get somewhere. And now we're here. At the end. My time could be up tomorrow. Yours
Cool.
could be 1,000 years.
MMO, guys.
Trust Vanderworld to make it interesting. The Genesis program. Our survival left to chance. Those with cryotags have entered their pods. Frozen in
I
time.
don't care. There's fire flying outside
Awaiting
the window.
resurgence.
When everything you know is gone, and all that is left is survival.
Awaiting our awakening. For us, one more chance. A new world to explore.
Wow, they've just been sitting there in nature for 1,000
A
years.
beautiful landscape 1,000 years in the making.
Wow.
We are the survivors. We
This is
must
cool.
build a better world from the lessons of the one we left behind. There's
Really
new land to
cool.
discover.
Look at that, guys.
Together, we stand a chance to make something different.
Now this is a project.
What does the future hold? That's up to us.
Resurgence. All right, you crypto maniacs, do I have a good one for you today and for myself. Hey guys, I'm William. This is CryptoCoins NFT Gaming, and we are diving into the project Resurgence. It looks super cool. I went over my notes for this review, and honestly, I held off on reviewing all the cool stuff that I've got to look at until I get to see it with you guys first. So, without any further ado, let's get busy. All right, my beautiful friends, welcome to the world of Resurgence. But as always, before I get started, I am not your financial advisor. I am not anyone's financial advisor. Therefore, take anything that I say or recommend as my own personal opinion and not advice for you to do anything with your hard-earned dough. So, if you want to get involved with your money into anything that you see on anything I say, then consult a professional. That is my advice to you. But I'm super excited about Resurgence because it is about us, a place that I have spent a lot of time with in my life, and that is Yellowstone National Park. So, now let's dive right in. All right, before I get into any of this coolness that we've got here on the screen, let's see what it is all about. So, what is Resurgence, ladies and gentlemen? It says, let me get my trailer voice on. Hundreds of years after a cataclysmic ecological disaster, survivors return from their cryogenic refuge to find a beautiful, reborn planet in need of recolonization. Already I am in. Resurgence is a AAA, free-to-play, post-apocalyptic open-world crafting survival game, MMO RPG. I love MMOs. Those are my favorite RPGs to play, where players have ownership of the world that they play in. Sweet. All right. Ownership of digital items will unlock unique experience for gamers, accessing exclusive areas, perks, and benefits that bring a whole new level to gaming. Guys, I'm super excited about this. This one is so cool. I'm down. What issues does it solve? Well, traditional gaming made $54 billion in 2021, selling in-game wearables, which gives no value to the player when they no longer want to use the weapons or skin. Yeah, that kind of sucks. Resurgence created using Web3 technology gives new possibilities and ownership within gaming, being able to trade, sell, or craft within or with the in-game digital items. I really like the crafting part of these projects. A couple of them I've reviewed so far have that in them, and that is really awesome. Although Resurgence is built on blockchain technology, this high-quality production game has been created for every type of player, not just crypto enthusiasts. Players have choices deciding how they engage with the blockchain-based elements. That's pretty cool. I mean, personally, having a game that's accessible by everybody is going to be the biggest, widest, awesome, most legit thing you can possibly do. All right, so with that being said, let's see some Resurgence. All right, rebuild the world 1,000 years after an ecological disaster. Let's see, what's the premise? All right, man, this looks cool. And you know what, guys? I've already skimmed through it, and we're going to get into it together. But they really went into some full-on detail with this. There is a huge story going on here, and it looks legit. Survivors return, planet reborn. Establish your role on a post-apocalyptic Earth hundreds of years after a cataclysmic ecological disaster. Yeah, so that's what I read earlier, but it's a lot cooler when you can see the graphics. Tech billionaire Dominic Vander Broel's plan to revive thousands of humans from engineered cryosleep and begin a new human civilization has so far gone well, but it is now up to these survivors from the 21st century to become Earth's new colonists and come to terms with a radically changed planet to forge a new utopia. A new utopia? So there was a previous utopia? Utopias are extremely hard to do. Establishing settlements, kingdoms, or commonwealths, the survivors utilize the resources found around them to develop skills in survival, crafting, collaboration, trade, weaponry, and technology. As the survivors learn to settle, a race for power begins. Survivors must protect valuable resources from raiding factions, predators, and other threats that may arise. This is pretty cool, and like I said before, guys, it is seriously detailed. And what of the humans that survived the apocalypse? Will the survivors work with those who spent a millennium adapting to the strange new reality of Earth, or forge their own way in the world? Yeah, well written, guys, well written. Gameplay pillars. The world belongs to the players. Ownership. The world belongs to the players. Exploration. Everything is an exploration. Super cool. Cooperation. Cooperation over conflict. Teamwork makes the dream work, guys. Our approach, emergent entertainment, game first philosophy. Their number one priority is to deliver the best possible gameplay experience with AAA production values. Primarily, they are building a game and they want the game experience to be front and center in their messaging and for the community. They have a track record of building games that are engaging, rewarding, and thought-provoking, and they intend Resurgence to be a reference title following in that tradition. The players are in control. They will have choices around how they engage with the blockchain elements. They will not only benefit from ownership, but will truly engage and excited by the game experience. They believe that the time for Web3 gaming has come. and that there is huge crossover appeal. This is why they're building for the traditional gaming audience of 2.7 billion plus. And not only for crypto enthusiasts or crypto geeks, but they believe that this is where the opportunity to revolutionize Web3 gaming really is. Super cool. Be a part of the story. The end. Not the end. We've got a long way to go. Humanity spent too long arguing, trying to convince each other what was most important for the state of the planet. When we finally start to work together, it was already too late. With mankind facing inevitable doom, one man sees an opportunity for himself. So, number 1, go to the Pulse News and look for clues. Take part in quizzes and solve puzzles is number 2. Number 3, join the community on Discord and Twitter. So we will click those links in a bit, but let's check out some Pulse News. All right. This is what I'm telling you guys. It's so detailed. That's why I wanted to go through it with you without having looked at it, because I want to be surprised on camera. All right. We've got Pulse News. Controversial podcaster shunned by Journalists Federation for betraying the source. So these are clickable, guys. You can check this out. It's pulsenews.uk. Links will be in the description, I'm sure. Controversial podcast shunned by Journalists Federation for betraying his source. We got Tony Fisher, the host of a popular yet controversial podcast, Out There, is now under fire for exposing the identity of infamous hacker K. See, this is what I'm talking about. Look at this. This is well done. I can dive into this and get lost. I definitely recommend you guys come here and check it out. If anything, it'll at least get you into the game and want to play it when it is released. Real quick, it says K, who had been a reoccurring guest on Fisher's podcast, had been forced to confirm his real identity. As former Vandercore employee Brian Kang, after Fisher confronted him with an audio evidence during a recent episode, Kang is now being pursued by Interpol. Cool, so Interpol exists still? Or is this before the cataclysm? While some fans had lauded Fisher's expose, the majority of people Pulse News spoke to found what he did to be an abuse of his sources' trust. The Global Federation of Journalists, for one, has condemned Fisher for the incident, saying that it is not what they would call ethical journalism and can set a negative precedent in the eyes of viewers as to how journalists can treat their sources. Guys, that's cool. Check out the rest of this article. I'm going to go back and check out some other stuff. What do we got here? Pulse News says farewell to Alex Johnson and revisits her time here. Don't throw it all away, Prophet. Look at all this stuff. Earth Dog's co-founder accused of sabotage at Iceworks energy plant. Vandercorp justify reason for Mars mission application criteria. What's that all about? Cool. Mars, harsh conditions and the effects of cryosleep make space travel for children all but impossible. That's awesome. That's awesome. It looks legit, man. It looks like a real article. I love it. I'm in. Bianca Henderson wins an award at the Venice Film Festival after 20 years of nominations. Let's check out some of this stuff. Here's some more Pulse News. Let's check out Alex Johnson live.
Good evening. I'm Alex Johnson. There's been speculation for a while around whether CEO and founder of Vander Corporation, Dominic Vanderbril, has been keeping a secret from the world about one of his larger projects, Kontiki. Today, it seems Vanderbril is finally breaking his silence.
Don't pause.
Here he was just a few minutes ago, speaking at Vandercorp HQ about an exciting new project he's calling
Vanderbilt.
Pathfinder.
Over the last decade, we have all borne witness to the devastation
This is awesome.
the Earth has
Stop
faced.
it.
Deforestation, global warming, climate change, and rising sea levels. I remember where I was when my scientists at Vandercorp informed me that we were past the point of no return, and it was too late to save Earth. I had just put my children to bed, and their sleepy voices were fresh in my mind. I'm sure all of you remember where you were when you heard the news. We have all contributed to this.
I don't.
But I like to
But
think
I
we
will.
have all tried to do our part to help
Definitely
Earth.
getting into this world.
I certainly have. Through my push for preservation projects, extensive tree planting programs, and my
2032.
corporation's constant search for alternative energy sources. But I have kept quiet about my most important work to save humanity. Until now. I am a firm believer that there are aldri så galt at det ikke er godt for noe. When God closes a door, he opens a window. Saying that, I do also believe it is up to us to explore and open the door to new opportunities. Well,
Love it.
I have opened that door on behalf of all humankind.
Sweet.
It's now 5 years since we passed the point of no return. This planet has served its purpose for humanity. Now it is time for humankind's next great adventure. And I am determined to take the helm and lead it. Jeg er på pletten. I am exactly where I need to be in the course of our 300,000-year history to navigate humanity through these treacherous times. To find and build a new place we can call home. I am thrilled to announce that my company, Vander Corporation, is launching humanity into space. And more specifically, to Mars, where we will build a new civilization.
Sweet.
Mars is a blank slate, just waiting for us to explore, build, and create. Our Mars mission, here on called Pathfinder, will send many men, women, and children to live on the Red Planet, launching a series of ships from Kontiki, my private high-orbit space station, in cryopods designed to transport and preserve them in cryostasis until the new Mars base is ready.
But not
And upon
yet.
this great adventure, we will become a multi-planet species, something scientists,
I'm
engineers,
down.
astronauts, boys and girls have dreamed about for a long time. For 10 years,
seems so
the best workers in the
cool.
world, nay, the universe, have dedicated themselves to preparing humanity for our journey to the Red Planet, as well as preparing the planet for our arrival. They have done an excellent job so far, and under my leadership, they will continue to pave the way for our Mars voyage. Such a huge step for mankind requires sacrifices. Indeed, to ensure that humanity can be saved journeying to Mars, many will by necessity be left behind. But they can live on, and perhaps even survive, in the knowledge that human civilization will continue to thrive on another planet. This opportunity is open to all, regardless of your
Well,
background
that's
or,
not cool for the
despite
people left
inevitable
behind.
rumors,
It's like-
how much money you may have. The first Pathfinders will be able to apply later in the year, with allocations released at regular intervals as launches begin. The sooner you apply, the more likely you will be selected. The application portal will be available through the Vander Corporation website. I am doing this for all humankind.
So can you
Remember
do that
my
in the
company's
game?
new
Like,
motto.
do you get to
Our
like
journey,
apply to go to the Mars mission?
Your future.
I'm down.
Well, a mission to Mars. Vandercorp have their work cut out for them. It does make me wonder, though, is there more truth still hidden behind the words of Kay, the hacker who has been hounding Vandercorp for several months?
Ooh.
Well, I and the rest of Pulse News will be very interested to hear what you think of this and whether you would like to be on one of the first rockets to Mars.
Yes.
Make sure to tweet us at Pulse News with the hashtag Pathfinder.
That's cool. Level of detail is out of control. I love it. Check out their website. Again, links below, but resurgence/game.io. Man, that looks cool. Cryotag. Oh man, Cryotag collections. The first NFTs to be released are the Cryotags. These are an ongoing series of NFTs that tie into the story and lore of Resurgence while also offering deep in-game benefits and other external rewards. This is the first of Cryotag. The first run of cryo tags are known as Genesis OS and were offered in August of 2022. So they're already releasing these NFTs. That's pretty awesome. As a strictly limited edition of 1,000. So maybe some of you guys already have these. If not, I hope you can still get on it. Cryo tags have a very special place in the storyline and represent entry into the most exclusive circles of the Resurgence world. All cryo tags contain special additional features and functionality, some of which are visible immediately and some that will be revealed later on as part of the story of the game. Really cool, man. Learn more down here. You can buy on OpenSea and buy on Looks Rare. All right, I'm going to click on that. Don't click. Yeah, here you go. So you can buy them right here. There you go, guys. OpenSea, hit it up. Right there. Total value or total volume 41 ETH. Floor price 0.169. Best offer 0.1111 WETH. 3% listed. 447 owners. 45% unique owners. Cool, man. Look at all this stuff. Tons of different options here, guys. Price low to high. Hook it up. Get that cryo tag gen. All right. So, if we go to buy one on Looks Rare, same thing, different site. So check that out too, guys. Link is in the website for you to check out. They've got it's been seen in CoinSpeaker, CoinDesk. What is their roadmap? 2022 has already happened, so they've already done that. The Resurgence app. 2023, we've got the Reclamation Epic trailer, which we just watched. The Cryo tags, which we just checked out. More Cryo tags, Gen 1. We got Freezing and Gen 1. The game trailer, we checked that out. You've got more Cryo tags and Genesis POD coming up. Man, super cool. Here's our leadership team for this project. We've got Ian Hambleton, Chief Executive Officer, Russ Harding, Chief Creative Officer, Andy Frangos, I'm going to butcher some names, I already know it, co-founder of Emergent. You got Blake, I'm not going there, Blake, this guy, Chief Strategy Officer, Simon Rudder, Chairperson, John Atfield, Chief Technology Officer. Join their community, guys. They're on Twitter and Discord. Definitely check them out. Again, whenever you go to these guys, any of these projects on Twitter, you can interact with these guys, I'm sure. Plus, they're going to have, since this is like a MMO, they're going to be into it as if it is real. So you can really submerge yourself into this, I imagine. I can't wait to play this one. So you got Twitter, checking it out there, and also you can hit them up on Discord. Oh yeah, that's freaking cool. What kind of freaking polar bear is that? It's like a spider polar bear with like spider eyes. Man, if I saw that in the wild, it's time to get chucking. All right, so we checked out that. There's a bunch more stuff there on Pulse News you can get into. So hit that up. Remember pulsenews.uk. What do we got here? We've got more video. The end. In the new world of Resurgence, your cryo tags are your key to survival. Game premises. We've kind of touched on that. It is the year 2032. Even by the most optimistic estimates, we're now 5 years past the point of no return for the climate crisis. 5 years closer to tragedy because we were too busy arguing about how to save the planet and who should save it. And who the hell was going to pay for it? What we missed, that we missed our chance. All right, so they were fighting over, like, you know, who's going to lead them, basically, I imagine. As Yellowstone burns, activists, news, journalists, conspiracy theorists, and hackers are all looking for one man for answers. All looking to one man for answers. Dominic Vanderbrol. the elusive tech billionaire behind Vander Corp. But is he Earth's savior or the reason for climate fallout? And what is the mysterious Genesis program? It's time to discover the truth. All right, what's this amazing video? Here we go. Get some.
Breaking news. There have been reports that the supervolcano at Yellowstone has erupted, with evacuation plans coordinated by the WRO still in progress.
Wow.
Interpol have stated that they are opening official investigations into the activities of the criminal hacker known as K. The crop blight sweeping across Asia and the Middle East halts supply chains again as food shortages ramp up. The mysterious new illness, currently known as drift, is still baffling scientists as cases continue to emerge from various locations across the globe. The UK government responds to accusations that they are using taxpayers' money to build a bunker that will only house top government officials and their families. Further protests are expected by the Earth Dogs eco-activist group, despite numerous arrests at their demonstrations in San Francisco last month. And finally, the EBU have announced that Eurovision 2032 will go ahead, despite speculation.
Whoa. Those are, man, they're next level. Resurgence is next level. We got the marketplace here. So there you can get your Genesis cryo tags. And then you got the cryo tags. Connect your wallet, guys. Go for the gusto. Remember, I am not a financial advisor, but I'm going to probably do it. So that's the facts right there. That's my decision. All right. So I think it's looking pretty freaking sweet, guys. Pretty sweet. I really like this whole premises. I can't wait to see what the gameplay is like. The game launches, guys, in 2024, all right? And like I said before, the world, like we've already seen, the world faces disaster and Yellowstone burns. People begin to enter their cryogenic pods. You know what's really fascinating about those cryogenic pods from the graphics and everything is that they're just like out in nature, you know, for like 1,000 years, like growing vines and just, you know, getting all weathered, which is kind of interesting instead of like being underground or something. So you could like stumble upon a cryogenic pod anywhere at any time. Hundreds of years after the collapse, they return. I'm just going through my stuff to make sure that we have gone over everything that I want to go over. Guys, Resurgence has just become official partners with Immutable X, the biggest blockchain powering the next generation of Web3 games. That's awesome. Resurgence is also a AAA graded MMORPG with the highest quality production available. It's built by a team that has a wealth of experience, having worked on some of the top gaming titles including FIFA, Sims, and many more, playing key roles inside PlayStation, EA, Sumo Digital, amongst others. They have all been at the forefront of emerging technologies and have become specialists in their fields. That is the best news I've seen so far. So these guys know what they are doing. So this game is going to be cool. Definitely worth looking into. I'm definitely going to. I would suggest you check it out too. But again, it's your decision. It's a free-to-play game, so I'm sure there's plenty of things that you can do while you're checking it out. And guys and gals, be absolutely sure that you go over to the Resurgence website linked below and connect your wallet in order to register for the allow list. Go ahead, get on over there, make it happen.